Hey there. So you're launching a new business. Awesome. But you've probably got this one big nagging question on your mind, right? Well, today, we're going to build the exact tool you need to get the answer.
Yep, that's the one. It's the silent killer for so many new ventures. But what if you had something like a financial crystal ball? You know, a way to peek into the future and see problems coming a mile away? That's exactly what a cash flow forecast is. And we're going to build one from scratch right here, right now.
All right, we're going to break this down into 5 super simple stages. We'll set it up, add the financial engine, tell your business's story in numbers, learn how to spot trouble, and then turn this whole thing into a powerful strategy tool. Okay, let's jump right in with part one, setting up your forecast, basically building the foundation. Look, every great house needs a solid foundation, right? Well, our forecast is no different. We're starting with a completely blank Excel sheet and turning it into something professional. First things first, let's get a nice clean header up top with your business name. Then we need our timeline. Now, here's a little Excel magic. You just type in your starting month, then you see that tiny little square in the corner? Just grab it and drag it all the way across for 12 months. Boom, Excel fills it in for you. A couple of quick cleanup jobs, like widening that first column for our labels and centering the months, and you're already looking sharp. So what you're looking at here is pretty much the skeleton of our entire forecast. Seriously, it's that simple at its core. You've got your starting bank balance, you've got all the money coming in, all the money going out, and what you're left with at the end of the month, your closing balance. Every single business, I don't care if it's a food truck or a giant corporation, runs on this exact logic. Okay, here's a pro tip, and trust me on this one, it'll save you a headache later. Do this from the very beginning. Just select all the cells where you're going to have numbers, right-click, go to Format Cells, then Number, and pick Accounting. Make sure it's set to 2 decimal places. Why? Because from now on, every number you type in will look perfectly professional and lined up. It's a small thing that makes a huge difference. All right, on to our next section, adding your financial engine. This is where the magic really happens. We're about to put the engine into this thing. With just a few simple formulas, we're going to turn this boring grid of cells into a dynamic tool that does all the heavy lifting for you. So the main tool we're going to use, our absolute workhorse, is the sum function. And don't worry, it's incredibly easy. You just type equals sum, open up some brackets, highlight the group of numbers you want to add, close the brackets, and press enter. That's it. It's the first key to making this whole thing automatic. And here it is in action. See that total money in row? We just use our sum formula to add up everything above it. Your own capital, maybe a bank loan, your sales, all of it. And then we do the exact same thing for the total money out section to add up all our expenses. The best part, once you've done it for the first month, you can just drag that little corner again and copy the formula across the whole year. Okay, pay close attention because these are the 2 most important formulas in the whole spreadsheet. First, your closing balance. It's just simple math, what you started with, plus all the cash that came in, minus all the cash that went out. Easy. Now, the second one is the real secret sauce. The opening balance for May is, the closing balance from April. So you just type equals in the May opening balance cell and click on the April closing balance cell. That's the link. That one little click is what makes the whole thing flow from one month to the next. Get that right, and you're golden. So we've built our engine, our spreadsheet is officially alive. But right now, it's an empty shell. Let's get into the next part, telling your business story, because that's all a forecast really is. It's your business's story, just told with numbers. Let's start putting in some data and see what kind of story it tells. Okay, let's start plugging in the numbers. Here's a good tip. Work across the rows for the whole year, one category at a time. So let's say you're putting in 500 quid of your own money to get started, and you've got a £1,000 bank loan in that first month. Great, put those in. Then move on to sales. Maybe you project things will start a bit slow and then, gradually pick up over the year as you get your name out there. All right, let's talk expenses. We've put in £800 for our first big stock purchase. Okay, cool, but just think about it. If you show this to a bank manager, what's the very first thing they're going to ask? Great, but what is that £800? A number by itself is kind of meaningless. And this is why you've got to use Excel's comment feature. It's so easy. You just right-click the cell, hit Insert Comment, and you can add a little note that explains the why behind the number. In this case, 100 units at £8 each, including postage. See? Now that number has context. It tells a story, and that level of detail is exactly what a bank wants to see. Okay, our foundation is built, our story is starting to unfold. Now we get to the really powerful stuff. This is why we're doing all this.
let's look at how this tool becomes your own personal early warning system. So right now, based on our initial plan, hey, things are looking pretty good. Take a look at that closing balance row at the very bottom. It's positive, it's in the black, every single month. This is our perfect world scenario. It tells us that if everything goes exactly as we hope, we'll have enough cash in the bank all year long. But let's be real. When does business ever go perfectly to plan, right? So let's throw a classic curveball in here, something that happens all the time. Your old printer finally gives up the ghost, and you absolutely need a new scanner and photocopier to get your orders out the door. An unexpected expense. And bam, look at the immediate impact. We just plug in that one extra expense, 200 pounds, and watch what happens to our bottom line. Suddenly, for a few months there, we're in the red. We've plunged into negative territory. And by the way, you can set this up super easily with conditional formatting in Excel, so any negative number automatically turns red. Now, this isn't a catastrophe. It's not game over. It's a warning. So what do those scary red numbers actually mean? It's really simple. The spreadsheet is basically yelling at you, saying, hey, in these months, you're going to run out of actual cash. You won't have enough money to pay your bills. This is your sign to do something about it now, not when the bills are due. And what's the most common solution? You walk into your bank, show them this forecast, and arrange for an overdraft to see you through those tough months. Okay, let's get into our final section. This is where we take this from being just a spreadsheet and turn it into a genuine strategic tool. Let's talk about making smarter, informed decisions for your business's future. Look, sometimes you're in the weeds and you need all the details, but other times, maybe you're in a meeting, you just want the big picture. Well, Excel has this great hide feature. You can just select all those detailed expense and income rows, right-click, and hit hide. And instantly, you've gone from the super detailed view to a clean, high-level summary. Just the key indicators, where you started, what came in, what went out, and where you ended up. It's perfect for a quick check-in. So why does all this matter? Let's wrap it up. Because this thing is way more than just a spreadsheet. It's your early warning system, it's the story behind your numbers that you show to a bank, it's your roadmap for long-term growth. And it's really, really important to remember, this is not a profit and loss statement. This is all about cash. Cash is the fuel in your business's engine, and this tool helps you make sure you never run out. And really, that's what it all boils down to. The whole point of this exercise is to give you peace of mind. It's about knowing, with confidence, that you're going to have enough cash in the bank to get through the next trading period, whatever it throws at you. So there you have it. You now have the blueprint for your own financial crystal ball. The power is officially in your hands. You're no longer just reacting to what happens. You can actually see the future and shape it. So the only real question left is, what decisions are you going to make?
Welcome. So today, we're going to build something that is, and I'm not exaggerating here, one of the most essential tools for your business. Think of it like a financial GPS. It's this clear guide that's going to help you navigate the months ahead and really steer you straight towards success.
You know, this is the one question that keeps pretty much every founder up at night. But today, we are going to build a powerful, really practical tool that is going to help you answer it with some actual confidence.
Okay, let's dive right in. The very first thing we need to do is set up our spreadsheet. Now, I want you to stop thinking about this as just a grid of boring numbers. From now on, this is your business's financial dashboard. It's going to be your command center. We're going to start with 4 super simple but really crucial setup steps. First, let's merge some cells and get a nice, clean, professional title. Then, we set our time frame. And a little trick here, you can just type the first month, say April 14, grab that little corner and just drag it across for the whole year. Super easy. Next, and this is a big one, highlight all your cells and format them for currency. We want every number to actually look like money. And finally, a quick tweak of the column widths, just make sure everything is easy to read. Trust me on this. These little details, they make a huge difference.
You know, what I absolutely love about this slide is just how dramatic the transformation is. I mean, look at the left. It's a total mess, right? But on the right, with just a few little clicks, it becomes this polished, professional-looking document. And this isn't just about making it look pretty. It's about building credibility before anyone even starts digging into the numbers.
So, with that foundation in place, we can move on to the real heart of our forecast, tracking the money coming in and the money going out. This is where the story of your business is really told, pound by pound. And remember, we're talking about actual cash in the bank here, which, as you know, can be very, very different from profit. Cash is what keeps the lights on.
The whole thing is really organized around these 4 key rows. It all starts with the opening balance. That's the cash you've got in the bank on day 1. Then, we're going to list out every single source of money in and money out row by row, just to be super accurate. And finally, we calculate that all-important closing balance. This simple structure, well, it's the real engine of our financial GPS.
Okay, now this formula, this is the engine that drives your entire forecast. We're just going to use a simple sum function to add up all the money in and subtract all the money out. It's what tells you exactly where you stand, financially, at the end of every single month. And the best part? We just put this formula in once, and then we drag it across all 12 months. Done.
This right here perfectly illustrates the flow in cash flow. And honestly, it's the single most important check you can do to make sure everything's accurate. The money you end one month with has to be the exact same amount you start the next month with. When you get these cells linked up correctly, you guarantee your forecast tells one reliable, continuous story.
Okay, time for a pro tip. And let me put my accountant hat on for a second. This is something I insist on with every single one of my clients. It's a simple little action that builds a ton of trust with banks, investors, you name it. It's all about being transparent.
You never, ever want someone to look at a number on your forecast and have to ask, so where did this come from? Your numbers should never be a mystery. Attaching the why to the what is a total game changer for financial communication.
I mean, just look at the difference here. An 800-pound expense is just a number. But by adding one simple comment, we get the whole story behind it. It's an order of 100 units at 8 pounds each. Instantly, this transforms a vague expense into a clear, totally justifiable business decision. And what you've done is create a mini audit trail for every key assumption you make.
And this is where the magic really starts to happen. Your forecast stops being just a tracking document and it becomes a strategic tool. It's kind of like a business simulator, letting you safely test the financial impact of your big ideas before you commit a single pound.
So let's imagine for a second you've filled in your forecast. And you know what? Things are looking pretty good. By the time you get to August, your forecast is showing a healthy closing balance of 1,250 pounds. You're feeling pretty confident. But then, life happens. A crucial piece of equipment finally dies on you. You absolutely need a new scanner and photocopier, and it's going to cost 2,200 pounds. It's a necessary expense. So let's go ahead and plug that into our money out for August and see what our little simulator tells us.
And bam, just like that, our healthy balance is gone. We're now projected to be 950 pounds in the red. But listen, this is not a disaster. This is a discovery. Your forecast just flagged a future cash shortfall that you can now plan for weeks or even months in advance.
Seeing a negative number does not mean you failed. It means you have an opportunity to be proactive. Your forecast has just given you the priceless gift of time. So let's look at how we turn this potential crisis into a controlled, strategic move.
So, instead of panicking in August, you act now. You walk into your bank with this forecast in hand and you proactively arrange an overdraft. Then, and this part is key, you add a new line for overdraft interest for any month you project you'll be in the red. This shows the bank not just that you need the money, but that you're a really savvy manager who has thought the whole thing through.
Okay, finally, let's talk about presentation. You're going to need to share this forecast with other people, a manager, a business partner, maybe a bank loan officer, and they don't need to see every single line item. What they need are the high-level insights, and they need them fast.
So this is the detailed view. It's got every single line item, right down to postage costs and merchant fees. This is your view, the one you use to manage the nitty-gritty. But for an executive or a lender, this much detail, well, it can be really overwhelming. It can actually hide the main message.
And here is the power of smart presentation. By simply hiding all those detailed rows, we get this, a clean, powerful executive summary. In just a few seconds, anyone can grasp the 4 most critical pieces of data for each month. It's the same information, just presented for maximum clarity and impact. And there you have it, a dynamic, predictive financial GPS for your business. This tool is officially yours, so what's the most pressing financial question you've got? Go on, ask your forecast. It's ready with the answer.